true love. I am going far away, give it a lash. I am bound for California, but I know I will return one day. So fare thee well, my own true love, and when I return united we will be. It's not the leaving of Liverpool that grieves me, but my darling, when I think of thee. I have shipped on board a Yankee ship, Davy Crockett is surname, and Burgess is the captain of her. They say she is a floating hell one more time. So fare thee well, my own true love, and when I return united we will be. It's not the leaving of Liverpool that grieves me, but my darling, when I think of thee.
Après le concours, on espère que le bureau restera ouvert pendant quelques mois pour, comme bureau de tourisme. Et tous les visiteurs qui viennent en Millstreet peuvent obtenir des renseignements là, dans le futur, dans l'avenir.
Sean Radley, you're a Millstreet man. You're also Secretary of the Millstreet Museum Society. Could you explain to us what this wonderful building is all about?
Well, Matt, the Millstreet Museum Society was formed in 1978, and in 1980 the Millstreet Museum itself was officially opened by the late Pádraig O'Madine, the Cork County librarian. And Pádraig always said, record today because it's history tomorrow. And for that reason, we've attempted on a daily basis to try to record the history of Millstreet, so that now that we have the golden year of Eurovision 1993, we have been fortunate enough to receive this absolutely beautiful new exhibition room here in the Carnegie Town Hall from Cork County Council, the Millstreet branch. And what we have here, in fact, which is a new exhibition hall, which was officially opened by Noel C. Duggan a fortnight ago. And what we've attempted to do is to try to project Millstreet as it was in the past and as it is now. So in regard to the past, what we have attempted to do is to show some of the archaeological rich heritage that we have in the area, such as Follock Fias, Ohm stones and the like. Whereas in the more modern section we would have a special exhibition here for Eurovision itself. Now we also have many other areas of history covered here, like the history of the Millstreet Pipe Band, which is in fact almost 50 years old at this point. We have a very interesting item over here, a cross which has recently been found, and in fact this cross came from the top of the original church here in Millstreet, which was built in 1840. Besides that, we have a section called Millstreet's Famous People, and lots of people would, for example, wonder what links they might have with Millstreet. Well, there'd be famous names like Billy Coleman, the famous motor rally driver. Then we have Brian Dennehy, the actor from the Hollywood actor. His grandfather was born in Millstreet. We also have other famous footballers and athletes. We've an actor, J.D. Kelleher. Then you have a lot of course, the man himself, Noel C. Duggan. And in fact, the secretary of President Mary Robinson, Anne Lane, is also from Millstreet.
Today is an exceptionally busy
Here today, the crowds that are coming here at this particular point, and this is a fortnight before Eurovision itself. So within the next fortnight, the crowds will be absolutely amazing altogether, I would imagine. But it's the more long-term effects that this is going to have for Millstreet, I think, are quite very, very exciting. For example, all the infrastructural changes that have come about, the roads, the extended and splendid new railway station, which was originally built in 1853. This has been extended wonderfully. Then we have the fibre optic cable that has been brought into the area for transmission of Eurovision, but that will remain here. Then, as I say, the roads, both to the east, west, south, north, every side, in fact. Then again, we find that Green Glens itself is going to become a centre not just for Eurovision, but for many other major events. Within a week of Eurovision, we're going to have the national finals of score, and that's just one of the many different areas of interest that's going to happen here in Millstreet. We also find an increasingly amazing interest in the area. People that might never have considered coming to Millstreet are very much directing their journey towards the area at this point. People, for example, coming from Cork going to Killarney are diverting to Millstreet at this point, and we find the focus of attention given in the media has been so astounding that we haven't perhaps been fully ready for the impact it's having. But we're delighted about it, absolutely delighted. It's just that it's something that we hadn't expected so fast.
Finally, Sean, local children.
Delighted about it, absolutely delighted. It's just that it's something that we hadn't expected so fast.
I couldn't stand to see you with another, but dear, I hope you're happy just the same. Wedding bells are ringing in the chapel. Ever since the day you set me free, down the aisle with someone else you're walking, those wedding bells will never ring for me. I planned a little cottage in the valley. I even bought a little someday might place it on your finger. But now the future looks so dark and cold. Wedding bells are ringing in the chapel. Ever since the day you set me free, down the aisle with someone else you're walking. Those wedding bells will never ring for me. Those wedding bells will never ring for me.
Peace is flowing like a river, flowing out of you and me, flowing out into the desert, setting all the captives free.
His love is flowing like a river, flowing out of you and me, flowing out into the desert, setting all the captives free.
His healing's flowing like a river, flowing out of you and me, flowing out into the desert, setting all the captives free. Alleluia, 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 alleluia. His peace is flowing like a river, flowing out of you and me, flowing out into the desert, setting all the captives free.
end of time I find somebody new, and baby, you say we're true love. I guess it doesn't matter anymore. Guess it doesn't matter anymore.
Royal colours is a baby. Oh, shaking.
Would you like another one? Something else?
Dis margat a gnu úsel galéir. Nullig siod a gán a shrada willing is einam dom. Mar Neil Moran gaelig a gum, I will have to complete the rest of this interview as Berle. It is my great pleasure and my responsibility as well to welcome everybody to Millstreet over this great occasion. Even for me, having run international horse shows and various other events over many years, the 1993 Eurovision Song Contest is quite a unique event by any standard. I am very happy that our team made the brave decision to bring it here, and doing this interview here, looking at the most beautiful scenery around Clara Mountain, with rustic valleys and glens and waterfalls and all the beauty, natural beauty that we have here. It is a great pleasure for me to welcome all the visitors that are going to be here from probably more than 30 or 40 countries. I'm very happy to be asked by Danjo to say these few words and to contribute to his film about Eurovision. And it's my earnest wish that the results of the film and Eurovision will be felt for the better by the people of Millstreet and surrounding districts for many years to come. I thank you very much for your support in the past and hope that you will continue to support the work that I and my family and our extended family and the community of Millstreet are trying to do. Thank you very much.
Lot number 60, Bulka Fegan, Sonanigan. Lad number 16 over Calgary again. So now 120. 120 round 100. Yes. 100. 100 pound, 100 pound, 100 5, 110, 110, 110, 110, 50, 150, 150, 150, 150, 120 other way, 120 pound, 120 pound, 120. 125, 125, 125, 125, 125, 130, 130 pound, 130, 130, like 130 pound, 135, 135, 135, 130, like 140, and 5, 145, 145, 148, and the mag is 148, the guy from 148, so we got 148, 148, 148, 148, Lad number 61, I have a gap. Send on again, 50.
Jerry, you're a prominent businessman in Millstreet. What do you think the coming of the Eurovision to Millstreet means for the town?
Oh, I'd say hopefully it'll be marvellous for Millstreet. With the last 3 weeks, we already find a great increase in business, you know, and with the last 6 months, business has increased. The fact that people are putting on extensions of houses and doing the place up, so all the local tradesmen and the local shops, paint shops, what have you, they're all getting something out of it. But especially with the last 2 or 3 weeks, in my own food business, there's a great increase. A lot of visitors, and hopefully in the future that will put us on the map as a tourist area, because we seem to be bypassed, and there is a lot of tourist potential in Millstreet, but we seem to be bypassed. But now, as you can see today, there's the cars are bumper to bumper all day, every Sunday evening coming to Millstreet.
Kevin Lucy, Kevin, you're also
good evening, Barry.
In the business line in Millstreet.
Yes, indeed.
What has it meant to the actual aesthetic appearance of the town now, Kevin?
A lot of money has been spent by the local people themselves. A lot of effort has been undertaken by all the local householders, and together with the county council and local voluntary groups like Tidy Towns and the painting and decorating teams around the town, they have laid new flower beds and they painted up their houses. The place looks better. A lot of trees have been planted. The amenities have been improved. I think it's important to say also that the Eurovision coming to Millstreet has proven to the whole world what a small community can do. A small community that is united and banded together and had one goal in mind, and that was to secure the Eurovision for this part of the world, for rural Ireland, for Millstreet. It's going to prove to any other town of our size all over Europe that it can be done if you band together, work hard together, and give it your best shot.
Now, of course, the area around Millstreet, Willie, as well, is very beautiful. The scenery is very beautiful around, and from Clara Mountain down, you know, it should be very, very pleasing for visitors.
Yeah, that's what I actually said to you. In the future, when people see what the countryside around here, we'll have a lot more visitors. I think we'll be taking Killarney on when it comes to tourism. Right. We're only 20 miles from Killarney, as everyone knows, but from now on, I think they'll be saying Killarney is 20 miles from Millstreet. I hope that's where it'll finish.
Now, there'll be nationalities from all parts of the world.
Barry is the biggest Eurovision Song Contest held to date. RT have done a fantastic job with the set on stage. They have given it their best shot. So 25 different countries will be appearing. That's going to mean a huge influx of people, a great viewers audience, many millions of people, something like 700 million people will be viewing into Millstreet. They will see the environs of Millstreet, they'll see Cork and Kerry. This is going to be great for this part of the world, for tourism in Ireland, for tourism in rural Ireland, for tourism in Millstreet.
And of course as well, it has meant an awful lot to the surrounding villages and towns as well around Millstreet.
Oh yes, they're all getting a split off it.
Yes.
Definitely.
I mean, accommodation now is taken up, for example, in Macroom. All the hotels are booked up.
So I believe, yeah. Sarah's Malon, Killarney. Yes. They're about 22 miles from Millstreet, and so everybody's getting a spin-off.
It's a 40-mile spread, Barry, from Millstreet in a circle right around. Taking in Cork City, Killarney, as you say, Macroom, Mallow, everybody has benefited.
Will Millstreet ever be the same again, will it?
Possibly not for a long time, I'd say.
Yeah.
I had that feeling, yes.
Yes.
But hopefully it'll be for the good, like.
Very good. Thanks very much, lads. Donna Corrier Dan, Tussan Montoren sa I Clahula. Ta la Anna Vora Given Sean you, Nachwil.
Well, ta, gach blian bin la mar shogging, con arged hid of dun skull. Agus ta skull, ta mit skull Sean is the fe kuig blian. Agus the dem lina no mar sin news bin la mar shogging or a hagen tish mahori, agus na ear dalti, agus means na heart a coin. Agus tugin shit arged doing, agus leis an agad sin is féidir ding an scoil a chumad ar siúl.
Agus 5,000 stochas.
Well, 3,000,
3,000 Australia willing. Now tá rud anna bhór ag tarlú Australia willing sé sin an Eurovision. Cad é do hóram faoin Eurovision agus don baile féin Australia willing?
Well, an Eurovision an rud is fear a hánig coing riamh. Agus ní rás riamh cóbró dúl as ar mala beag na mar atá inis. Tá cuiaging ar sin féin a heispáint den dawn ar fad, agus tá gach duine déanamh íhil. An rud is fear dhéanamh na Australia willing agus de winter muinte na tír ar fad. Seo an céad úr nach bhfuil sé ar siúl im lá clia, agus tá job mór le déanamh gin an seo, chun é dhéanamh ní heháin comá le ba lá clia ach go bhhaid ar an níos fearr. Agus má héan tú má hiúrann trú tríd an baile, feiceigh tú na siopí go léir, tá go léir déanta sús go dés, tá an bailíag fécinn go bra, agus tá muintear an bhaile, agus muintear na túthaid mór hímpel. Tá míad ag súl leis an cuí seo atá tú go dúin.
Cé bhéad míle daoine a bheith ann na ceapan tú?
Ó, beit na mílteán, beit an dánach sa máthrón. Beit.
Agus, well, gan éirí liv an jobh, agus gan éirí liv leis an Eurovision, mar tá sé tiltte go mágad.
Mes an gwyl agus mes an gwneud i mi job mada.
Good míle mágad. Míle mágad. Now, with me is Noel Buckley, and Noel is a member of the School Board of Management here at Clahula. Noel, what does this pattern day mean for the school itself?
Well, I suppose it means a number of things, Barry. It brings the local community together and their organising strengths and their unity comes to the fore. But I suppose initially it was mainly set up as a fundraiser in order that the school would be kept going. This was a prefab school that was built in, I suppose, over 20 years ago, and it was only supposed to be a temporary building that these pupils of Clahula were supposed to move into Millstreet School after a number of years. But the people here, they wanted to associate with their own and have their own community, and in order to keep the school open and make sure it was kept open, there was lots of money raised. There was an addition put onto it, a new room, which cost a number of thousands of pounds. And the pattern they then started about 12 years ago, and it does succeed in raising a good few £1,000 each year in order that the school might be kept in Clahula in the immediate future in any case.
Well, certainly looking at the crowd that's here today, even though we've a slight shower, people are very determined to give their support, I think, Noel, aren't they?
Yes, there's great determination among the people of the locality, all right, yeah, and they get very good support from places like Ballydaly and Cullen and Millstreet Town itself, and Carrigrima and Monifluck and all those outlying schools, outlying areas.
And of course, this is a very ancient centre, I believe, for education, because St. Ita was supposed to have founded a school in this area even before St. Brendan, by all accounts.
Yeah, that is quite correct, I'm led to believe. And I mean, the old national school down the road here, the forerunner to this one was built in 1869. But I know St. Ita's school was much before that period.
That's right. Now, you're only 3 miles from Millstreet, and the Eurovision is coming up in Millstreet now. And of course, this is a wonderful occasion for the local area as well, isn't it?
Yeah, I suppose it will be the biggest year ever in the history of Millstreet. Has been up to now, and I'm quite sure it will go down in history for a small place like Millstreet to host the Eurovision. And the community are so united and putting so much work and effort to make sure that it's a resounding success.
And then, of course, the exposure for the children, even coming from Clahula School to a new international community in Millstreet that will come in for the Eurovision. This is a great experience for
This undoubtedly is a great experience. It cannot but help to broaden their outlook and to give them an idea of what's happening around the rest of Europe and the rest of the world, I suppose, in one sense. With all the different nationalities that will be moving in and out to the area during this Eurovision.
It makes the world very small, Noel, doesn't it?
It does indeed. But who would have thought a couple of years ago that something like the Eurovision could be hosted like Millstreet, cast I suppose in minds of many people as just a village, you know.
Yeah. Well, listen, have a great day, and certainly the crowds that came in, you're well deserving of the support, and keep up the good work.
Thank you very much, Barry. Thank you.
Would you give some of those in?
There was civilization very advanced here 4,000 and 5,000 years ago. We're not going to go delving deep into history. We're here for a very short stay to enjoy ourselves. I would like to say a special word of thanks to our sponsors, because without sponsors nowadays we could not carry on. To the cultists, to our dancers, to our stewards, and everybody who has made such a success and brought this huge crowd here today. Thanks very much, and I will now call on John Sheehan. John is very involved in local affairs here, and John will say a few words to you.
You are all very welcome here today on behalf of the St. John's Well Committee and all the local people, the Urban Social Club and all. We greet you all here. We hope you will have a very pleasant trip for the rest of the journey.